Oh my god, look who it is. It's the little freak. Back again to little freak it one more time.
Wow, that was really good.
Shut up, man.
That was really good. That was like really like.
Leave my little freakness alone.
Did
You don't even appreciate my little freak. If you don't appreciate me, if you don't appreciate me at my little freak, you don't get me at my big normal. How was that? You like that one, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no chat.
I don't think you have chat up on your screen. Where'd my chat go? What the?
What the?
Oh, Zen's also, her mouth is also weird.
Huh.
Her mouth is weird because I got a new version of her model. Where is chat? Excuse me. Where did my chat go? It was working earlier.
It's because I'm here. I fucked it.
What the hell? What the hell? Bear with me.
We'll be back.
Bear with me. No, we're still here.
Oh, we're still here, but we'll be back.
We're still
Yeah.
here emotionally. Here, I'll turn my screen off so I can do this over here. Where'd the chat go? What the?
Who killed chat?
Who killed chat?
Who killed Hannibal?
I miss her. Who killed Hannibal, guys? Why am I? It was working when I was testing like a half hour ago.
Huh.
Very strange. And the mouth is all.
Oh.
Her mouth is weird because I got a new version of the Zen tuber. Because Buncha forgot to rig something. And all my parameters are off now. She's so speaky.
She's so wibbly.
Can we emulate? Can we like hello? Test. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I know what's going on. I changed my Twitch username.
That would do it, probably. Huh. Maybe add Twitch channel? Well,
One more test. No.
huh.
Evil. Evil to me.
Maybe you have to stop stream and restart?
No. Evil to me. What?
What?
It's been exploded. It's like, you're live right now. I'm like, thank you, I am.
yeah.
Can you show my chat, please?
You're live.
You're
I
green.
am.
I am.
That's what I named my headphones, by the way. I named them in my phone. You're
You
green.
named them You're Green?
You're green? I got new Bluetooth headphones today, everybody, just so you all know.
Just so you know.
They're green.
You're green. Oh, there's Zen. Bring my darling back. Bring my darling girl back.
She's gone.
With her normal mouth. That's, oh my god, that's so much better. There we go.
Okay.
I will have to set that up later.
Updated Zen will be next stream.
Updated Zen will be next stream.
You're green.
You're green. Hello.
Okay.
Your email address is pending verification.
Maybe
What?
you got an email?
Anyways, what a beautiful start to
Anyways,
stream, guys.
how's everybody doing today?
Now live. Yeah, I sure hope I am. Why are you not working? Why do you hate me?
Me. Oh! Wait.
Save. And then let me do something. It just showed up with something. 1, 2. Yes!
Yes!
That's the power of positive thinking.
If you go into stream with a pure heart and an open mind, it will always work.
If you go into stream with a pure heart and open mind, it will always work.
It's just like merging onto the highway.
Just like merging onto the highway. Except when you merge on the highway, you are supposed to close your eyes.
You're supposed to close your eyes and keep your blinker off.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Keep your blinker off. I confiscated that from you like a baby.
And make sure you're chugging that beer.
Okay. Enough of that. We just peaked the mic so bad. My bad, everybody.
I'm sorry. I don't know how...
It's okay. The mic levels on stream are always messed. Anyways.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Sorry I broke all your headphones.
Hi, everybody. Do we want to try again? Do we want to start from the beginning again? Here, let me go to the starting screen and we'll pretend that I didn't just, like, spend 5 minutes troubleshooting, okay? Shh.
Just tell me to fuck it.
Hi, everybody. We're so back.
Welcome to the start of stream. Nothing happened
Welcome to the
before
start of
this.
stream. Nothing happened before this, and if you think something happened before this, you're wrong. That's crazy. Oh
That's
my
so
god.
crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
That's so crazy. Who would have done such a thing? Anyways, hi everybody. How are we?
How's everybody doing?
How are we doing? Are we feeling good? I'm feeling good. I'm home. I'm no longer in the city of Chicago. The city of Chicago. Thank God. They let me back into Canada. They didn't kick me out. They let us back into Canada.
They didn't kick me out.
Yeah.
I'm the one who they could kick out.
That's true. They could have not let Peter back in, but unfortunately the government likes him.
Unfortunately, I am still in Canada.
Unfortunately, we are in Canada.
Don't let the government hear me say that. Then they're
Well,
gonna go, oh, you don't
listen.
like it here?
No, we like it here. We like it here. We swear. We really like it here.
We do.
We really like it here. However, I do lament the loss of a weekend of Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, Dunkin'.
Dunkin'. We got Dunkin' Donuts like every day we were in Chicago, and let me tell you, ooh,
So good.
ooh, baby. Anyways.
Did you add new images to the Daily Hauntings?
I did add, oh my god, thank you for the reminder. I added new images to the Daily Haunting from our trip this weekend. If anybody wants to redeem the Daily Haunting. I don't know if you can on YouTube. I feel like I have it set up so that maybe you could. I'm not sure. But to the Twitch goblins out there, my beautiful Twitch goblins. Why did I call you that? To the people of Twitch, you can redeem your Daily Hauntings with your channel points or using !Daily Haunting and get a scary image of your own. Just for you.
What is that emoji?
That's a raptor, I think.
Oh.
It looks like...
it looks like a snake.
It's PogChamp.
Oh, okay.
It is PogChamp. I think it is a snake. To me, it's a raptor.
Oh.
In my heart of hearts, it is a raptor.
Wow. Also, I want to let everybody at home know, for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you may know about the, anytime that I am on the stream, the topic inevitably comes up of the computer not having speakers, so I can't hear the music or anything that comes up. You're not gonna fucking believe what we bought today at the store.
Very specifically, immediately after stream, Peter and I are in a Zoom read-through of the third Sonic movie.
The third Sonic movie.
The third one.
We've done the first two.
We've done the first two Sonics. Now we're doing the third one. And we're both playing roles, but the problem is we both can't play roles and use the same computer if all I have is a pair of headphones.
Yeah. And
my computer doesn't have built-in speakers. So...
we bought speakers.
We bought speakers today, so now if you redeem like a Yippee, Peter can hear it instead of just like believing in his mind.
They're gamer speakers.
Yeah.
They say gaming on the side of them, which is super funny. Yeah, they do. Okay, I'm like...
I didn't know if that was just a box thing.
It'd be really funny if... Yeah!
If you go into life with pure heart, you will never not yippee.
Oh my god. Sorry, the yippee sound makes me think of him. Everything makes me think of him.
Joe?
Joe.
Oh my god.
Everywhere I go, I see his face, and it's the fucking...
Everywhere
the fucking
everywhere I
thing.
Joe. Everywhere I Joe, I see his face.
Everywhere I Joe. I'm not singing the rest of that.
Please don't. Not on stream. Do that in the comfort of your own home. Don't do that in my home. What were we saying? Yeah, we bought speakers. They're gamer speakers.
I think they're just called gamer speakers because they have RGB lights.
Yeah, they have RGB lights in the speakers. So they're the same color as my PC. Everything is like purple and pink and blue now. It's very pretty, let me tell you. I have like this black, purple, pink and blue, and like kind of lavender color scheme going on with my computer. It's very
Kind of like the Zen colors in a way.
It is a little bit like the Zen colors in a way. Everything is thematic.
Everything's nice and on brand.
It's almost like I designed Zenirith with my favorite colors in mind. What a shock if true. Peter, where were we this past weekend?
We were in Chicago.
It's a city that's exciting. It's a city that's inviting. It's a city for a woman just like me. There's a lake they call Lake Michigan.
I think I'm really fitting, and this city is my perfect
cup of tea. Chicago. I'm back. It's been 10 days, but I lived.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years. They sent me to America, but I survived.
Well, you had a chaperone, so...
That's true. I had my American chaperone. He translated for me.
I had my American chaperone so that when we went to restaurants, I go, no, Peyton, you give them the card.
You give them the card.
They take the card.
Yeah.
They're not going to steal the card. They take the card. They don't do that in Canada.
In Canada, they will, like, bring you the credit card machine, and then you're, like, in charge of, like, putting in your PIN and all that stuff. In America, for some reason, they'll just take your card and walk away. Were you one of the judges in the cosplay contest? I was not. However, one of the judges, Casey Renee, I believe is her name, debuted her Anne Boleyn cosplay, that weekend, and wore it, during the Crown,
the Crown Championship.
The on-stage portion. Yeah. And it is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I've been so excited watching her progress to see it come together. And it came together so beautifully. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have gotten to, like, see it closer up. And, like, got to talk shop with her in person as two people who have made Boleyn recently. But the weekend was crazy.
It was crazy.
C2E2 was crazy. So it was my first time in Chicago. Which means my first time at C2E2. And oh my god, you guys, if you've never been to C2E2, you have to go. Genuinely, you have to go to C2E2. It's crazy. Peter's sipping his coffee right now.
So my Canadian oops who are familiar with, I'd say the big Canadian convention in Ontario, Fan Expo. It's like that, but there's more people and the building's bigger, so there's more space for everybody to stretch out.
Yeah, I was, like, genuinely shocked by how big their convention center was. I'm very used to the Metro Toronto Convention Center where they host Fan Expo Canada, which is a big convention center. But compared to McCormick Place where they host C2E2, it seems like a baby. Mm-hmm. That place is huge.
And there's so much, like, floor space that's not taken up just by booths. Like, the pathways are very nicely spaced out. It got a little tight sometimes in the artist alley.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to a lot of panels. And we didn't meet any... Well, we met some celebrities, but we didn't meet any, like, the celebrities that you, like, line up for.
Yeah, we didn't, like, go where they're doing, like, autographs. And you could meet, like, the cast of The Breakfast Club, or the cast of Baldur's Gate, or the cast of Critical Role, or John Boyega. We didn't do any of that. And yet, somehow, we were so busy all the time, all weekend. It's so funny. People are like, oh, did you, like, do XYZ at the con? We're like, no.
But we did walk the whole artist alley.
We did walk all 26 alphabetical rows of the artist alley. And let me tell you, 26 rows of an artist alley. I'm used to there being a lot of rows of artist alley. I go to Fan Expo Canada. 26 rows of the artist alley, but they're double the, like, width in terms of, like, double the amount of artists per row as Fan Expo Canada. I think C2E2 said it was the biggest artist alley in North America, and I would believe it.
Yeah, I would believe it.
It took us 2 days. It took us 2 days to get through it. And even so, I think I accidentally ended up missing some booths somehow anyways. Yeah. It was crazy. How did we start off our weekend, Pete? We flew into Chicago this time last week, actually.
Well, we drove to the airport, and then we flew to Chicago.
It was a very treacherous day of travel. I don't drive. Peter drove 3 hours to the airport.
In case anybody wonders what I do for the business.
I got asked today, when we were at the bank, if you helped out with the business. And I was like, yeah, he drives me places. Yeah. And she was like, you don't drive? And I was like, nah, man.
No,
I'm
don't
cute. That's my job.
I don't do like work. I drop off the mail in the post box, and if we're going somewhere together, I drive.
Exactly. Um, but we had to drive 3 hours and then get to the airport 3 hours early for our flight. We were closer to 4. Then wait for our flight, then get on our flight, which was like from the time you get on the plane to the time you get off, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then we had to take an hour-long subway from the airport into the city to get to our hotel. We take it. The L is just what all the trains are called.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very treacherous planes, trains, and automobiles day to get to our hotel.
We literally did the plane, trains, and automobiles.
We did plane, trains, and automobiles. But you know what? It was worth it.
It was worth it because right when we got to Chicago, we sat down in the hotel room, we lounged, and I looked at Peyton and I said, "We're going to the Bean."
We're going to the Bean.
We're going to the Bean. Get up. And then we went to the Bean.
The famous Chicago Bean.
The famous Chicago Bean.
You know what? We need.
I'm like, pull up a picture. Oh yeah, I was like, pull up the Bean pictures.
Pull up some Bean pics.
I'm
gonna stop working on patterns and just start talking about C2E2 at some point.
That's fair. Oh, here we go. Make sure there's no identifying information in there.
There's no identifying information. You cannot see my legal name. We went to the Bean. You could tell because we did an entire photo shoot.
I was very excited to see the Bean.
It's my favorite photo.
This is my favorite photo of me the whole weekend because you can see how chapped my lips are from how cold it was here and also being on the plane. And you could also see nothing behind my eyes.
Nothing behind those eyes.
And my eyes just got more nothing the longer the trip went on. Oh, I like this picture. This picture's cute.
You can tell we're like a little bit excited to be at the Bean. Because, like, the bean just feels so mystical to me. Like, what is this giant bean-shaped object that just lives in the middle of Chicago? Like, I don't know the history of the Bean. For context, I don't know the history of the Bean. I didn't even know that had a name that wasn't the Bean.
Well, the Bean was made by...
I don't want to know. Well, I know who it's made by.
I was about to say, it makes it funnier.
That is true. Tell the people who the Bean's made by.
So the Bean is made by an artist named Anish Kapoor. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name correctly. If I'm not, please yell at me.
Please yell at me.
Who I know from being a topic of Tumblr discourse for like a year straight. Because he made Vanta black, which is like the blackest black pigment ever. And basically, like, from what I recall, it was like no one was allowed to use it or something. It was like a whole thing. And then another artist named Stuart Semple got into like a back and forth with him, making like the pinkest pink or like the second blackest black. And everybody could use it except for Anish Kapoor. And that was like part of the like terms of agreement that you careful now.
Careful now.
Like part of the terms of agreement that you
Wow. Does not want to let me grab the photo window.
Everybody wants to see Cole.
Everybody wants to see Cole. Anyways.
But, and so, like, they had, like, a back and forth for a while. I don't know if they ever, worked it out on the remix, as they say. But what I do know is that Anish Kapoor made the Bean. And it is not called the Bean. It is called... Cloudgate. Yeah, Cloudgate.
Which sounds like Gamergate.
But everybody calls it the Bean because it is a giant metal bean.
It's a giant metal bean. Like, what do you want us to call it?
Yeah, and like he hates it being called the Bean apparently. But I love it. I think the Bean is a beautiful name for it.
The Bean is a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Well, my favorite thing about the Bean is that it's so much bigger in person than you think it will be from pictures.
And it looks like pretty big in pictures, but then you see it in person and you're kind of like, not to be like it's a religious experience to go to the Bean, because that makes me sound crazy.
And it's
surreal experience to see a thing from the internet
And it's like concave on the inside.
that has been memed to hell and back in person. You're like,
like the inside isn't like bean shaped. There's like a hole in it. It goes like up and it's curved.
They're doing
it's really trippy.
They're doing crazy things on the inside of the bean. Somebody could write conspiracies about what's going on the inside of the bean.
And I literally went in there. I went inside. I was like, oh my god, well, I want to go inside the bean. And I stood there and I just looked up and I was like, oh my god.
Worth the price of admission, worth the paying for the flight and paying for the
As I said in the con recap vlog, I don't care about C2E2. I got what I wanted out of this trip. We can go home.
Yeah, Peter really wanted to see the bean, and then he was like, well, the rest of the con's fine.
Yeah. I wanted to go to Chicago to see the bean and, you know, see like our friends, see our pals.
See our pals.
But mostly the bean.
Sorry to our friends. Sorry to our friends. Peter's one-track minded, and that one track of his mind is the bean.
If the rat hole was still there, I would have loved to see the rat hole. The rat hole is gone.
We were Googling, like, is the Chicago rat hole still around? Like, the famous Chicago rat hole. Unfortunately, they took that piece of pavement out while still preserving the rat hole, which very much could mean that the rat hole will make a reappearance someday, just not today. The city of Chicago has the piece of the Chicago rat hole pavement, and they are holding it hostage from you. You need to storm the city of Chicago.
Okay, well,
you need to find the rat hole pavement, and you need to bring it to me.
Okay, I don't think we need to storm the city of Chicago. If everybody could sign my change.org petition.
Can you guys sign my petition that I deserve the rat hole? I would, I can't hang it on my wall. It'd be too heavy. But I would lean it up against my wall.
I want like a plastered cast of the rat hole.
I want like an acrylic. I want like
rat hole earrings.
I was gonna say like an enamel pin.
Oh. But yeah, so like we went to the bean. We got some dinner.
We went to Shake Shack. Guys, I have to say this. I have to give kudos to the Americans. And I know I shouldn't be. They don't deserve it.
I'm scared for what that next sentence is going to be. There's a lot of ways that you could take this.
There's a lot of ways I could take this. I have to give kudos to the Americans. They make some damn good fast food.
Yeah, we don't have like regulations and stuff, so it helps.
Okay. We have like a decent amount of fast food here in Canada, but some of the like different things that they have in America fascinate me. Shake Shack? I would eat Shake Shack so often if we had it in Canada. So maybe it's a good thing that we don't. Shake Shack is good, but it's so expensive.
No, honestly, Shake Shack is one of those things where I can only, because as far as I know, there aren't really like any Shake Shacks in Tampa, but we have Steak and Shake, so I guess that's the same thing. We don't need to talk about Steak and Shake right now, though. But Shake Shack is one of those things where it's like I only feel like it's worth going to if I'm already like in New York or I'm in Chicago, because I associate it with like a big city.
Like we had Shake Shack when we went to New York like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and it was I got cheese fries and a milkshake. And what did we get when we got in Chicago?
Cheese fries and a milkshake. Our milkshakes were crazy good.
They were like brownie batter milkshakes.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. Because as everybody knows, my favorite Blizzard is the brownie batter Blizzard that they don't really have.
Everybody knows.
As everybody knows. Best friends till the end. It took me a second to realize what song was playing. Sorry about the silence, everybody.
Peter had to lock into the really, really quiet music playing on the speaker and figure out what was going on.
Well, it's playing the doldrums.
Yeah, it's my favorite song. We could really just do an American food tour that's just what Peter and I ate at C2E2. Day 1, we had Shake Shack. Day 2, we went to this place around the corner from our hotel. It was a Thai food place. And it was so good that on day 3 we went back. and we genuinely thought about going back on day 4.
Mm-hmm.
But day 4 we went to Epic Burger, which
Epic Burger.
Epic Burger is such a funny name for a restaurant. Like, what kind of like 2010s millennial name is Epic Burger?
It's like I was nervous going to Epic Burger because I thought it was gonna be like there's like a TikTok trend with Kyle Gordon, We Will Never Die, where it's like, we are young.
Hope there's a fire in our soul. We go big or go home together.
Listen to Kyle Gordon's new album as well, by the way, if you have the time. Not sponsored. I just think he's neat. But like the meme of it is like mediocre to bad expensive burger restaurants, and I've been to one of
mediocre to bad expensive millennial burger restaurants, and we were scared that's what Epic Burger
Two Guys in a Dream.
2 Guys in a Dream, and it's got like the Edison light bulbs hanging from the ceiling,
concrete
floors, exposed brick,
metal chairs with no cushions on them.
They serve their fries in like those little metal baskets and their drinks in measuring cups.
They'll call them appetizers. They call them shareables.
Oh my god, shareables! Yeah.
They don't call them burgers or sandwiches. They call them stackers.
Yeah.
And like there are cocktails, but they all have like names like
Joke's canceled. Peter can't finish the joke.
They all have like names like Brian's banging beer and like shit like that.
Brian's banging blazing beer question mark?
Marty's mega margarita, and it's like a fishbowl margarita, but it somehow doesn't have tequila or lime in it,
and it costs $40.
$40. But Epic Burger was good. It was good.
We were pleasantly surprised by the burger that was epic.
Yeah.
What the?
Now what'd you do?
You should not be. Thank you. No. Thank you.
Is it supposed to be like a straight line?
Yes.
I don't think it is, brother.
No. There we go.
That's
okay. Better. I got scared.
And then Friday, it was the first day of the actual convention, like the thing we went to Chicago for.
No way.
And
pull up pictures.
I was about to say, first thing that we did was Peyton had a photo shoot.
I look so stupid.
With a wonderful group of cosplayers.
I got invited last minute to a Western DC Comics cosplay group as their Joker. And I was not going to cosplay the Joker otherwise. And I don't know if I will again. But by God, this day, I was cosplaying the Joker.
I'm genuinely, I might steal this cosplay from you someday. I love it. I think it's so fun.
I think you'd serve. Personally, I don't think I have the chops to pull off the Joker. I think Peter would serve.
Well, Peter has famously cosplayed
the Joker before.
Because Peyton, the first time Peyton and I met, you're getting lore.
You're getting lore, okay?
The first time Peyton and I met in person, which is a little over 3 years ago today, which is crazy to think about.
Because Peter and I, as you all know, have known each other all our lives.
Yeah.
Despite popular belief.
Listen, to be fair, if COVID didn't happen, I'm sure we would have met
we would have met in 2020 because I would have been living in Florida.
2020 because you would have been at Disney.
I would have been working for the Walt Disney Company.
I would have wound up moving to Orlando or something stupid like that. I'll be like, right, I guess I'm going to UCF now.
Yeah, and then we'd be living in Orlando together and not Canada.
We'd be living in Orlando together, both of us working for the Disney College program.
Yeah. Listen, cosplay in the business would not exist without COVID.
That's true.
COVID-19 is bad, however.
But we famously met 3 years ago.
As everybody knows.
The crossover episode, because it was great, because it was 3 of us. It was me and Peyton and Sammy, and the big thing we all wanted to do together is we all wanted to cosplay together while we were together.
Obviously.
And so we did 3 cosplays. We did Be More Chill, with Peyton as the Squip, Sammy as Jeremy, and me as Michael. We did Five Nights at Freddy's, which are still some of my favorite videos.
Yeah, we like
on the
popped
planet.
off with like our random closet cosplay Five Nights at Freddy's to a point that I've been chasing that high ever since.
No, literally, we got a cosplay Mike and Circus Baby again.
We got a cosplay Mike and Circus Baby again.
We still have all the supplies.
That is true.
And then the other one that we did, was
Sammy wanted to wear my Harley Quinn costume, and then I had an unworn Joker costume. Not Joker, Robin costume. So we were like, Peter, do you want to cosplay the Joker? We'll go buy some stuff from the thrift store.
And I said, please!
Please. 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 And Peter, like, ate it up to a scary degree.
I did. I could not stop as we were, like, cosplaying throughout the evening. I kept doing the Joker voice, and the funniest thing is I can't do the Joker voice anymore. I was somehow able to do it while I was in cosplay once 3 years ago, and never again.
It was really scary. Peter could not do a Joker voice before he got into cosplay. As soon as he got into cosplay, it was like a Joker voice emerged from his soul. Oh, my Twitch warriors, please be safe during the ads. Godspeed. Peter could not do a Joker voice after getting into cosplay, but for that moment in that cosplay, by God, he was the Joker.
I was drinking a Diet Coke, and I kept going, my Diet Dr. Joke.
See, you don't even sound like the Joker.
I don't.
You sound like the woman from SpongeBob who wants chocolate.
Chocolate. What are they selling?
What are they selling?
Joker.
Dr. Joe.
But it's great. There's like one picture that I can see so clearly in my mind of that evening, and it's the one where
The one of you laying on the floor?
no, it's the one that you took of me pointing the prop gun at the camera.
Oh.
Because that picture still kind of goes hard.
That picture did go hard.
But yeah, so there was a photo shoot.
And Peter could pull off the Joker. I think I pulled off the Joker well enough for the 2 hours that I wore him for our photo shoot. I don't even think I made it 2 hours.
No, like we got done with the photo shoot, and a lot of the people in the group were changing, and Peyton was like, "Well, I don't really want to be in Joker all day, so I'm gonna be in Rhea Ripley." And I said, "That's cool. I don't want to be in cosplay anymore."
Peter was not feeling it. He was like, "I don't want to wear this. Get me out of this.
Get me out of here."
Out.
Which was really funny because because Michael was one of the cosplays, like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna do like a cosplay day where, I'm wearing like makeup and it's a cosplay that I wear all the time, and then I put it on and I was like, I don't want to do this.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this spring trap.
That's too damn bad. So we went back to our hotel room and we changed.
Yeah.
And first of all,
oh my god, B-roll.
Peter, this is the sheer amount of B-roll that Peter filmed. Can I find like the photo of all of us? This is a video, but you get the vibe. We were like a beautiful Western DC group.
Out.
We all looked so cute. Then we changed. And let me tell you, nobody's ever served as hard as I did, I fear. I fear I served to such a proportion that I don't think I'll ever be able to serve this much again.
I can't wait for me to put that bad boy on.
I don't think you can.
I don't think I can either.
Sweetheart, I don't think you fit. I think you got too many facilities to fit in that thing. I think you got too much.
A nice post-top surgery cosplay.
There you go. Post-top surgery, you can rock it. Pre-top surgery, I'm a little scared.
I like it. I like telling the entire chat I got massive honkers.
Well, if the shoe fits, wear it.
I've got the Zen proportions IRL.
Yeah, I changed into Rhea. I wasn't planning on wearing her until Saturday, but dude, I want to wear that. I want to wear that cosplay all the time and nothing else.
It looks so sick.
If you ignore the weird creeps, the sheer amount of strange and weird creeps who not only spoke to me in person, but also have started to congregate in my online spaces, simply because I cosplayed Rhea Ripley. However, there is a beautiful, simple joy of the online creeps. I'm not used to wearing costumes where my anything is out. I'm usually very, very covered. This was a cosplay where, for lack of better words, my butt's out. My butt is out. I'm 24 years old. My butt can be out. That's allowed. People are super weird about it. People are super weird about it.
I caught someone trying to take a picture.
Yeah,
I almost lost my mind.
Yeah. I was taking pictures of Peter, and he didn't tell me at the time. He told me this after, but somebody was trying to take pictures, like, of me from behind, taking pictures of him.
Yeah. No, yeah, and
not even taking pictures of you.
And I caught him.
Ass.
I caught him, and he didn't. And then he like walks past me, like glaring at me, and I told him to go fuck himself.
And I missed all of this, which is so funny, because we filmed a video where it's like me walking blissful, carefree throughout the con, my attack dog walking behind me, except I was the attack dog.
Yeah.
When in reality, Peter is my attack dog. He would kill somebody if they looked at me wrong.
I would.
And that's loud.
There was one person who was creepy, and it's a good thing that I was in the bathroom when that happened, because let's just say
which one was that?
The one that you told me about, where was the guy trying to take a picture, and he was like, "Can we do this?"
Oh my god, yeah. So if we're going through my Rhea Ripley creep stories, this guy walks up to me. He asks for a photo. I'm like, sure. And so he takes a photo of me, and then he's like, can we take a photo together? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, whatever. People always want to take photos with me when I'm in cosplay. That's just, like, a natural part of the thing. And he goes, okay, I have this pose idea. Can I show it to you? And I immediately, red flags go off in my head. I'm like, oh, he's about to show me something crazy?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, sure, show it to me. And he does. And it is a photo of him doing, like, the grabbing from,
like a prom pose?
Like a prom pose where, like, the one person's standing and the other person, like, has their arms around their waist. Yet very specifically, he wanted to be, like, his hips pressed to my behind. And I'm wearing little booty shorts. And I look at him and I go, no. Like, and I think he could tell when I said that I caught him red-handed trying to do something creepy, because he immediately was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll go. I'm like, yeah, you better go.
No,
Freak.
the amount of people who, like, came up, because most of the people that we met at C2 were very nice.
Nice.
Even the ones that we met, with the Rhea Ripley cosplay. But the amount of people...
there were a lot of gay people. There were a lot of, like, gay women who were like, oh my god, are you cosplaying Rhea Ripley? And I was like, I am for you. No,
like, the amount of, like, guys who would come up and be like, is it cool if I take a picture with you? And then, like, put like, the caveat of, like, I promise I'm not a creep.
Yeah, it was
like,
really...
they know. And
it was really funny, the amount of people who were like, can I take a picture with you? And then would go, I'm just a really big fan of Rhea. I promise I'm not a creep. Like, it happened at least 3 times.
To be fair...
It was super funny.
To be fair, every time it happened, there in the corner was me, Peter.
Glaring.
Eyeing their hands like I was gonna cut them off. I wish there was some kind of B-roll footage of the faces that I would make. Because it's like...
God, I wish. Because I didn't know this until after, that Peter was, like, guard dogging the hell out of me the entire time I was in Rhea. And I wish there was, like, footage of him doing so, because I think it would be really funny to watch. Him just in the background, like...
Scary dog privilege in my beard makeup and my silly blonde wig on Saturday is really funny.
Yeah. You're like cosplaying the guy who's, like, joy personified, and you're like ready to start barking at someone. Peter growling at strangers.
Tried this one.
Peter tried this one.
But it was like, but yeah, so like the rest of Friday, went pretty smooth. We met Joe Hendry for the first time.
I'll pull up the picture of us and Joe Hendry. Here. Let me find it. We're stance up. We go to, like, take the picture with him, and he's like, All right, here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna hold up the belt, and you guys can hold either side of it. So we get to hold the belt. We get to hold his championship.
Whatever
belt.
you say.
Yeah, Peter's like, whatever you say, beautiful man. Look at his joy. Look at Peter's beautiful, whimsical joy.
And
there's never been a man that happy.
And I was so happy. And then the next day, I got to meet him again.
Should we jump right into Joechella? I think we should.
I was about to say, is there anything that happened Saturday that we want to talk about first? We woke up on Saturday.
We woke up on Saturday. I got into Rhea again.
Yeah.
That's about it.
We got Duncan. That was our first Duncan.
The Duncan. Let's go into Joechella. I'm gonna pause the music because I feel Joechella is important to be experienced like live and for real. So Joechella is what we have taken up calling a beautiful experience where 7 people came together, all dressed up as Scottish TNA wrestler Joe Hendry.
But hey, Scottish TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. That's the champion to you.
Joechella is the phenomenon where 7 friends and some strangers, soon to be friends, joined together and all dressed up as Scottish TNA champion Joe Hendry. I was not a part of Joechella. I was supervising. I was
chaperoning the Joes.
I called it Joe-ordinating, where essentially my job was I was the person with the camera. But let me pull up some Joe images for you, please.
Some Joechellas.
Some Joechellas.
So like,
where? Sorry.
My Johnny Bravo ass hair.
This is the start of the meeting of the Joes.
Oh my god, I was so lost in the sauce, I didn't even realize the Cha-Cha Slide was playing.
They were really into it. Sidebar of C2E2 is that in the lobby there was always a DJ 24/7, and this DJ was playing the craziest mixes. It would go from like the Cha-Cha Slide to the X-Men theme to Sabrina Carpenter to music from Arcane.
No,
it was crazy.
He played the X-Men theme at least 4 times while we were close enough to hear it, and every time he would play it, he would go on his mic and he'd say, "All right, X-Men fans, I know you know this one."
And it was so funny because my ongoing joke was I was constantly waiting for him to go, "You know the words!" to a theme song that very much does not have words. Anyways, more videos from Joechella, please.
Oh yeah, we all got in a circle. For reference, there's Peyton and
another guy whose name I don't remember off the top of my head.
The one of the other video who was also filming dressed as Jey Uso.
Yeah, we were like in the middle of this circle turning around so we could film them all going, "Joe, Joe, Joe." Because these guys were chanting and making such, like, they were so joyous.
We were making a ruckus.
They were so joyous that they were making a scene. Not in a bad way, but in a way where multiple cosplay photographers and videographers would come over and ask them for pictures and videos. We just found out today that they're in a cosplay music video, all being Joe. Like, the Joes were a hit.
My favorite thing was I didn't get noticed as Joe at all until it was like a little bit of like a couple Joes and a couple more Joes showed up. Once there were more than 3 Joes in the space together, everybody was walking up to them was like, "Oh my god, are you Joe Hendry? Are you guys dressed as Joe Hendry?"
One Joe is unrecognizable and can easily be mistaken as something else.
As Ellen.
Multiple Joes, however, are instantly more recognizable as Joe Hendry. And once you have 7 Joe Hendrys, everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are a crowd of Joe Hendrys." So, our beautiful Joes. Oh.
Joe Hendry's gonna get a cheer! and I was leading everybody to Joe Hendry's booth because I had obviously gone there before because we'd met him the previous day, and they were like, "Oh wait, like where is it?" I'm like, "I know where it is.
Like,
don't worry,
don't worry."
And I'm like the most saturated Joe Hendry shirt, so it's very easy to see me.
Yeah, Peter did not buy his Joe shirts at the same time as everybody else, and everybody else seems to have bought the same wig and the same shirt. Peter was a last-minute addition to this group because he was just going to cosplay Joe Hendry for fun.
Yeah.
And these guys were already doing Joechella. And he ended up becoming a beautiful last-minute addition to Joechella. And what I like to call the heart of Joechella. To me. But anyways, the Joes...
Oh my god.
We get to Joe Hendry's booth. And there's a crowd in front of his booth. And so we're all looking at each other and we're like, okay, one person has to go up first. And Ashley, who coordinated all this, was like, I will, like, I'm paying for the photo with him. I'll go up. And then once I go up, more people can start coming out. So I pull out my phone. And this is the start of one Joe emerging, and then another, and then another. And Joe Hendry slowly realizing
what we're up to.
There's 7 of them. And there they are, all 7 of my Joes.
Wait, can we sing the song for Joe?
Oh my god, no! Wow.
Most pathetic little singing.
It's okay, we got better the second time.
Like, you can see he's like, all right, okay, yeah, uh-huh. And as more Joes start to show up.
It felt, obviously in like a positive way, like the TikTok that's like cutting the pizza. It's like, oh, okay.
It's enough.
It's enough slices.
It's enough Joes. But he's like, he pulls out
his phone.
And yeah, he pulls out his phone now and he's starting to film all of them. And then he's like, wait, let's all do a video together.
So they take the picture.
And it's so silly.
And then it'll be in my brain. Sorry, I just realized Jerry Lawler is chugging a Diet Coke back there.
Jerry Lawler in the back. That's a chunk in his DC. Not a care in the world.
My favorite is so there's obviously 2 videos of this that are like floating around. There's the one that Peyton took.
There's
and
3. There's 3 videos of this around.
Yeah.
Because I filmed on my phone. The person who was assisting Joe Hendry filmed on Joe's phone, and then a third person
filmed for experience autographs,
who are the people that are like facilitating the meet and greet. So there's 3 videos of this floating around,
and in each slight angle, you can either see Jerry the King Lawler or Rikishi.
Yeah,
watching this all happen.
2 famous wrestlers watching a bunch of like 20 and 30-year-olds descend on this man's booth. Like crazy people. Like, I say like crazy people, like Joe didn't love this.
Yeah.
He loved this. He was the one who was like, let's all take a video together.
Yeah.
And he was also, as you could see in this video, he's instructing them how to do it to make the best video. And this is the video. And then he brings them all in for a group hug. A group Joe. Like, it's so cute. Joe.
My favorite thing is, for some reason, we all could not stop chanting his name. He has, like, a chant.
Yeah,
he has a chant.
He has a chant. These guys were not...
We were just kind of...
We were
just so excited.
Yeah. And so, like, this ends. He films this video on his phone. I film it on mine. We're, like, ready to say goodbye to him. And we're like, thank you so much, Joe, like, for being a good sport. Like, we had this planned and this was so fun and you've made this into, like, a special moment for us. And he turns to his assistant and he goes...
1 second, actually.
And he goes, can you mark down their meet and greet is just paid for by me? Can you just mark it down as paid for by me? And he makes her take the $40 that Ashley paid to get this photo with him out of their cash stash and gives it back to her. So we did not have to pay a penny.
He said, this one's on me.
He said, this one's on me. He said, don't even worry about it. This one is on me. It's so sweet. We did not expect it at all. Like, we were all kind of flabbergasted when he was like, no, like, take it back.
Because, like, everybody I know who's met Joe Hendry,
has said he's super nice.
Has said, like, no, like, he's really nice. There's a bunch of, like, lovely videos, online of, like, him meeting, like, little kids. Like, it's really sweet.
Like, he just seems like a genuinely nice man.
But
I've met him. He is a genuinely nice man.
But I'm always, like, every once in a while, I'm like, oh, never meet your heroes, never meet your
heroes. What if they smell?
Never meet your heroes. What if they're John Delancey?
Not John Delancey.
And it's like, I don't know. I was like really nervous. I was nervous, and this is gonna sound really funny if you're like familiar with Joe Hendry. I was worried I was gonna walk up to Joe Hendry. He was gonna think I'm cringe.
Joe Hendry, the famous singing wrestler.
He's a wrestler who sings and, like, has made multiple tweets being like, who wants my song in Fortnite? And I go, me!
That is true. He does tweet like that. Joe Hendry will go on Twitter and be like, who wants my song in Fortnite? Make sure you believe. And it's like,
And, like, people are gonna quote retweet him every time. They're like, ugh, he's begging people to like him. And it's like, no, people just like him.
People just like him. What do you want me to say?
There are people on the internet who hate Joe Hendry, and it's always really funny because they'll say shit like, this is the death of professional wrestling, this is the worst thing to ever happen, and it's Joe Hendry quote retweeting someone who, like, said put the fries in the bag with, like, a picture of himself with, like, the McDonald's hat photoshopped on his head, and they act like he's destroying wrestling.
He's destroying wrestling.
No one's allowed to have fun anymore.
After Joechella, everybody de-Joed except for Peter.
Except for Peter.
He stayed as Joe Hendry.
I don't have any fucking clothes.
Peter was just vibing. And after that, we ended up leaving the con, going back to the hotel, going back to that Thai place for a second night in a row. And then it was time to go back to the convention for the after party.
The rave.
The rave.
The rave.
And you know what? I need to pull up this list that I made.
Oh my god.
I need to...
Let's rank and review.
Here, wait. Let me do something. I am going to reveal the different sections of this review. 1 second. No.
You didn't see that.
You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. 1 second. You didn't see anything.
I love seeing Paige just tap on their Steam Deck.
On my Stream Deck.
Okay. Number 1.
Hi. So
you gotta move it a little to the right if you can, because it's blocked by the chat.
Oh, that's the point.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be intentionally blocked. So we went to the C2E2 after party, which can be best described as a rave.
Mm-hmm.
And at this convention rave, they played the strangest mixes of songs to a point that I felt like I was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And after about the third crazy song, I thought to myself, I have to start writing this down in my notes app.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would humor me, I would like to take you through the list, the emotional roller coaster I went through that night. Starting off, we all kept yelling that we wanted to hear Sandstorm. Mm-hmm. Not like yelling at the DJ, just yelling to each other.
Yeah.
Us and our group of friends, we were like, we want to hear Sandstorm. We want to hear Sandstorm. They start playing Pink Pony Club. They get to the chorus of Pink Pony Club. And that is right. They mix it with Sandstorm. You know, that really famous, you're a pink pony girl, mixed with Sandstorm.
I don't think I'm singing.
And we were like, okay,
Okay.
That's weird.
That's odd, but you know,
That's
it's
odd,
like it's
but-
like odd, like but it's like a little funny, you
But
know?
like that's kind of endearing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like a funny, like bad DJ mix.
Most of the other music had been like normal thus far. That was like the weirdest one we heard. And then we had Tipsy X Perry the Platypus theme.
And it was like, I need to stress,
And also that one Lil Nas X song that I also forgot to write that down.
and it was like a ska remix of them too. Like there were like horns pumped in.
Yeah, so like everybody in the club getting tipsy mixed with he's a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal of action.
Yeah.
Mixed with like ska music for some reason.
I mean,
And then
I can't lie and say that I wasn't super into it and like dancing, but to be fair, I was in the bar getting tipsy, so.
yeah. And then Breaking Free, a High School Musical theme. But it was a trap remix.
This one was scary to me.
It was a trap remix. It was very scary. This was the point where we were like taking a break from the rave and we're like in the room next to it and I can just hear like
Soaring,
like heavy bass and it's like we're soaring, like it did not make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the point where I pulled out my phone and I started making this note because first weird mashup, okay, second weird mashup, this is strange, third weird mashup, this is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to catalog this. Espresso X 500 Miles. This one went hard.
This one was good.
Like, making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. Mixed with Think About Me Every Night Out. Isn't that sweet? I guess so. Like, it
worked.
Like, it worked. It was working, but it was still a very strange mashup. Gangnam Style?
I like that you don't know how to spell Gangnam Style. Oh, well, actually, wait. No, there's an N. Yeah, something like... It's not spelled correctly, I know that.
I don't know, man. Gangnam Style. X the theme from Halloween.
This one I didn't know what to make of. Because we started hearing the strings, we were like, what? Is that? No, surely not.
Surely not.
And then it just kept going, and we were like, ah.
And I need you guys
Okay.
to know, as all of this music is playing, there is somebody dressed as the Lorax who is trying to open up a dance circle. I need you to understand. I have been
Like
in
orange morph suit.
I have been at the convention all day. I am tired. I am now at this convention rave. It is dark. There are people waving lightsabers in the air.
We've been at the con for like 12
We've been at the con for
hours
like
at this
12
point.
hours. I feel delirious. Peter is one drink in. They are playing Gangnam Style X, the Halloween theme, and next to me, the Lorax is trying to get together a dance circle. He's the Lorax. He speaks for the beat. And then finally, Bohemian Rhapsody, but cinematic?
Never mind, it's EDM now.
Never mind, it's EDM now. It was like Bohemian Rhapsody, but halfway through like the first verse, they just stopped it and started playing like dun dun
It's like, Mama,
dun dun just killed a man. And then all of a sudden it randomly turned to EDM like halfway through the song. Like I felt genuinely crazy. Bohemian Rhapsody is already a 6-minute song. They somehow made it 15
and they
minutes
didn't
long.
finish the song.
And they did not finish
They
the
didn't
song.
play the whole song. They ended the song
About three-quarters
after
of the
like
way
the
through.
I see a little silhouette of a man bit. And then the DJ went over the mic and said, alright everybody, the rave is over.
Thanks for coming. Go home.
Thanks for coming.
Essentially. Like, we did not even get to finish the song. And I think that was the
Funniest thing
That was the funniest thing ever. Like, we were all losing
Oh
it.
my god, wait.
However,
So we left the rave for a little bit, because we were gonna leave.
yeah, we were on our way out of the rave. We were there for about an hour, and then we decided we were going to leave because we couldn't spot our friends that we had expected to see at the rave. So we're on our way out of the convention, and we run into our friends who are on their way to the rave. And we're like, oh, well, we have to go to
We
the rave
have to go
now.
now. We have to go back.
We have to go back. Of course we do. And on our way back, we run into another friend. And we ask them, hey, how's the rave? And they go, oh, there's something you guys got to see at the rave when you go down there. There's something you got to see at the rave. That is right. 2 Sephiroth cosplayers shamelessly sucking face. Like, sucking each other's faces.
Like
Making out. Full on in public. Not in the middle of the dance floor. In the middle of the entrance to the rave. You have to walk around them to get into the rave. They are sucking face something severe for 20 minutes, and they stopped cold turkey and walked out. Can you imagine what kind of life I lead? Can you imagine this?
This is,
Can
our,
you
this is our
imagine-
first time going to
This
like
is
a
my
rave.
yeah, this is our first time going to like a convention after party, a convention rave. And this is the experience we have. All of this is the experience we have. And you know what? I don't know if I can ever go to another one. I don't know if I can ever go to another convention rave because I don't know if it's going to be as good. Like, what do you want me to say? That was our Saturday night. We went back to the hotel after that, and we went to bed. Because, like, what? You can't top that. You can't top that. You genuinely, there is no way you can top that.
It's like, yeah. And then we went back to the hotel. We went to bed. And then we went back to the con the next day like nothing happened.
Yeah. We just had to, like, grapple with the fact that that was just life, and that's just what happened to us that night. These were the things we had to witness. Wait, I have a video of the Lorax.
Yes.
Wait, I have a video of the Lorax.
Oh yes, because you got a video of the dance circle and I got a video of the guy doing lightsaber tricks.
There he goes.
Yeah.
There he goes. And that Lorax, joyful, whimsical.
And that Lorax was Albert Einstein.
And yeah, and that Lorax was Albert Einstein. Yeah. Not so funny now, huh?
Whoa, Cos Payton's live. Sorry, I'm checking my email on stream.
Cos Payton's live?
Yeah, Cos Payton's live. I hate
Oh.
that guy.
Me too. Heard he's kind of pretentious.
Oh, I got the C2E2 survey. I love doing surveys.
I also have the C2E2 survey. They have a giveaway in it, but you have to be a U.S. resident to be eligible.
Fuck.
And I'm like, come on, man. I traveled all this way. I can't even be eligible for your giveaway. You hate me?
That's okay. I do surveys for the love of the game.
That is true. Peter did so many surveys that for a certain company that we will not name because it's under NDA. He did so many of the optional surveys for said company that they invited him to a focus group. Simply for the love of the game, simply because he loved doing them.
They invited me to a focus group that in the end, obviously I'm not going to say what we talked about in the focus group. In the end, really didn't have much to do with the things that I was being surveyed about, which made it really funny.
Yeah, like, it's like if you were doing a survey about your favorite fruits, and then you get into this focus group and they ask you about the video game Fortnite.
It's like you do surveys about fruits all the time, and then they walk up to you, and they're like, "Hey, man, do you want to do a focus group? We're actually thinking about, like doing, like putting out some like juices for our fruit company." And I go, "Sick! I love fruit. I love fruit juice." And you walk in, and you're in the focus group, and they're like, "Okay, so we're selling. We're trying to make like clamato.
That's not
How do
fruit.
you feel about clamato?" And I'm like, "That's not a fruit." And they go, "Well, yeah, but like, how do you feel about it?" And I go, "I mean, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna like. It's not really my thing, but like, you know,
But you know,
I'm sure there's a market for clamato."
I'm sure there's a market for clamato. It's just not me.
Like, I'm sure there's a market for clamato.
But I'm here because I like fruit. I'm not here because I like clamato.
But that was, yeah, I love doing surveys.
Sunday of the convention, let me tell you, was not that eventful as Saturday.
It was
Saturday
mostly just
felt
chilling.
Saturday felt like 40 fever dreams on a constant, like, never-ending cycle of just fever dream after fever dream after fever dream. Sunday was a normal convention day.
If I did not have the video evidence, I would not have believed that that Joechella happened.
Yeah, Joechella was surreal, and then going right from Joechella into the rave was scary.
It was scary.
We truly were God's greatest soldiers that day.
Mm-hmm. You had a photo shoot though? You had a photo shoot?
I did have a
On
photo
Sunday.
shoot. Do I have? I don't know if I have the preview images from the photo shoot. The little back of camera raw previews. Let me see. I think I had the screenshot.
Oh yeah.
I do. Can we talk about these pictures?
Can we talk about them?
Can I zoom in for a
Let
second?
me talk to you.
These are raw camera sneak peeks.
Oh my god, my hand cameo. My hand cameo.
Yeah, Peter was holding up the lights. These are gonna get photoshopped out. But these are raw camera sneak peeks.
They're so good.
Look at these. I look like a model. Like, these are crazy. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I shot with Adorable on Instagram.
So let's just say we're a little bit happy with how the photo shoot came out.
We're just like a little bit happy with how the photo shoot came out. Don't even worry about it. It's, you know.
So if you ever get the opportunity to shoot with Adorable, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. One of my most fun photo shoot experiences, and I felt like so comfortable the entire time, which I've had some photo shoot experiences where I haven't felt that comfortable. But, you know,
And sometimes you've stopped, and I also felt comfortable. Sometimes you have photo shoot experiences where only one of us feels comfortable.
Sometimes you have photo shoot experiences where Peter gets recruited to help out and keeps getting asked to hold things in ways that his disabled shoulders cannot
But
move.
God, it was worth it. Those pictures are gorgeous.
Sometimes you gotta fight.
Listen, art is pain, in a way.
In a way.
And helping people make their art is pain. So
Helping people is pain, I thought you were going to say. I'm like, okay, breathe. Breathe, edgelord. Cease, edgelord.
sorry.
Yes.
Made me think about the sun and moon pictures again. That's a real, that one's a real artist pain photo shoot.
We were dying in that photo shoot, to be fair.
We were dying, but we look amazing.
Our sun and moon photos, when we cosplayed Sun and Moon from Five Nights at Freddy's, I finished a 12-hour convention day where I was working and guesting at the convention wearing a completely different costume. I then had to go to the hotel room, take my contacts out, put new contacts in, take all my makeup off, change my costume, change my wig, put body paint on, and then go out at, I think it was like 8 or 9 p.m.
Yeah.
for this photo shoot. Like, it was a nighttime photo shoot. And then take photos for an hour frolicking around.
And they are the best pictures on the planet.
They're awesome.
It was
truly...
We should have realized that we were going to move in together when the second time we met you invited me to do a cosplay photo shoot with you.
I was like, well, do you want to cosplay with me?
And I
you
said,
were like,
please.
Yeah. I was like, you don't have to do anything. I'll make the costume. I just want somebody to wear a funny outfit with me.
And then you made the costume and I put it on. I was like, oh.
And you're like, this is really uncomfortable. And I was like, I'm sorry. I couldn't do fittings on you, man.
Yeah. You couldn't do fittings on me. I don't know how to measure myself. So
Exactly.
because there's a fun fact, and this is the reason that you'll probably never see me in the sun costume again.
Rest in peace.
As we said earlier, I have Zenirith proportions, and let's just say Peyton did not sew the costume with those proportions in mind. The pants are really comfortable, though.
The pants are so comfortable. The top is not meant for somebody who isn't built like
the
me.
top. Well, also the problem was it was hard to get on because my shoulder mobility was a little worse than for both of my arms. It's better in one arm now, but it's worse in the other. So we just kind of go back and forth on them. So I needed someone to, like, peel the costume off of me because I'm like, I can't move my arms up that high. You're gonna have to push them. And it all worked out.
And it all worked out. What do you want me to say?
And it all worked out.
Sometimes art is pain. Sometimes photo shoots are pain. Sometimes wearing a costume is pain. Sometimes you dress up like the Joker to be in a cosplay group with your friends. And the entire time you're doing it, your wig is poking into your eye. And your bandana keeps falling down your face and making it hard to breathe because it's not really a breathable fabric that you chose. And you feel a little bit crazy. But that's kind of the Joker way. I needed to feel a little bit crazy to motivate my photos.
Sometimes you wear a felt hat covered in yarn to a convention
In the middle of summer.
where it is 80 degrees Fahrenheit at least inside the convention center at any given time.
The air conditioning in the convention center does not do anything.
And you have to sit down on the floor for a decent amount of the day because you can't walk in a crowd because you can't see. And you sit down for 2 seconds and someone walks up to you and goes, "Oh my god, red guy, can I get a picture with you?" And you can't hear anything because you were in a felt hat with 4 spools of yarn on it that muffles any sound. I love my red guy costume, but it's really funny to shit talk it.
You shit talk it like you didn't make it that way.
No, literally. I can shit talk it because I love it.
Exactly. It comes from a place of love in your heart.
Mm-hmm. And then on Sunday we went to bed and
Sunday we had Epic Burger.
Sunday we had Epic Burger. And then we went to bed.
And then we woke up on Monday and we went home.
Yeah.
On planes, trains, and automobiles once more.
On planes, trains, automobiles.
Planes, trains, baby, automobiles.
Trains, planes, and automobiles in that order.
You know what?
Laundry.
You're putting in laundry?
I'm getting shit out of the laundry.
Okay. You're good.
You're good.
I was like, don't put in laundry. I'm on stream. You hate me.
Roommate cameo.
Roommate cameo. And yeah, that was our C2E2 weekend.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Saturday felt like a insane day for crazy people. But we lived.
I'm gonna go preheat the oven.
Oven
Well,
preheating.
Oh, also, my dad called me, so I'm gonna be back later. He has a question about Venmo.
How would you know anything about Venmo? You live in Canada. Anyways, that's Peter gone. Sadly. We've lost him. We've lost a real one. Yeah, C2 was very fun. We had a very, very good time at C2. I would go back again in a heartbeat, honestly. Very, very easily I would go back. It was very, very fun. I had a bunch of really wonderful mutuals who I would have felt awkward calling friends because I wouldn't know if they would like think of me as friends, considering we're just people who follow each other on the internet. But now, after meeting in person, I think I can call them my friends. So I have like a bunch of wonderful friends who made the weekend very special. And I started the weekend admittedly very anxious because I was walking into a new city, a new country. Everybody I know who's going to the convention already had like pre-existing friend groups and stuff and pre-existing cosplay groups. And I was like, I'm probably going to feel silly. I'm probably going to feel silly and like an outsider all weekend. And there were moments where I felt like an outsider, but that was mostly my own brain being mean to me. Everybody was really welcoming. Everybody was really wonderful. And made sure that like we knew where we were going. If we were like going somewhere new and we would get lost, they'd be like, oh, here's how you go there. Here's the directions, you know, like recommendations on places to go, tips about staying in our very, very haunted hotel. Because I didn't find out until after we booked the hotel. Not even after we booked the hotel. I didn't find out until 4 days before the convention that we booked the most haunted hotel in Chicago as our place to stay. Everybody was really nice. Everybody made sure that like we were included and felt welcome, which was very, very nice and very, very sweet and made me feel very good. So I would love to go back to C2E2. I have a couple of people already who are trying to vouch for C2 to bring me as a guest, which is really, really sweet. I would love to go to C2E2 as a guest. I don't know if they would take me, but I would love if they would. I would love to go to C2 as a guest. I would love to, you know, judge the crown or anything of that sort. I think it would be such a phenomenal experience, honestly. I just want to judge more costume contests, man. Just let me judge more. I'm glad y'all had such a good time. Thanks, Kimber. Thank you. We had a very good time. Very tiring, but very good. I feel like it's been days since we've come home from the convention, and I'm still tired. Like, excited for this Sonic read-through we have after stream ends, almost immediately after stream ends, but also, man, I'm tired. I would love to be able to finish my work for the day and then play video games. That's all I have the energy for right now, is I like work during the day, and then afterwards, ever since I've come home, I've like worked during the day, and then as soon as I'm done work for the day, I just play Marvel Rivals. It's so easy on my brain. Except for last night, I was playing Marvel Rivals, and I don't think I won a single game. I'm trying to grind my way up in competitive because they did like a rank reset with the start of the new season, and brother, it is so hard. It is so hard to start in the lowest ranks possible and work your way up because that means you have to play with people who are in the lowest ranks possible, and they're so bad at the game. And then they'll call you slurs because they're bad at the game. It's crazy. The people of Marvel Rivals just love to say slurs. Like, they're chomping at the bit for somebody on their team to do something wrong so they can just start saying slurs. It genuinely makes me feel crazy sometimes. I'm like, what is the reason? What is the purpose? Like, I understand what the purpose is. They want to feel big, they want to feel strong, they get angry, and they think that this like gives them a leg up over people if they just treat people like garbage. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I cannot imagine like looking at another human being and just speaking to them like I get spoken to. In Marvel Rivals, like in general, I couldn't imagine speaking to somebody like that in general, let alone over a video game. A video game? A video game where you play a silly comic book character and you shoot people as silly comic book character, like, and you're gonna throw like a whole hissy fit about it? What do you mean? Breathe. Take a moment. Do you have somebody you love? Can you talk to them? Can you call your mom? Can you call your dad? Grandma? Like a brother? Anybody? Like, I don't know. It I was gonna say it doesn't get to me. It mostly makes me laugh. It just befuddles me, truly. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my... Oh, my apple juice got like really watered down. Ew. I put ice in my apple juice, but most of it is melted, so now it just tastes like vaguely apple flavored water. Which is not a good flavor profile. Sometimes when certain juices like water down, they taste good. Like a watered down lemonade, rules. A watered down orange juice, nightmare. A watered down apple juice, nightmare. They gave me cranberry apple juice on the plane. Because I was like, what juices do you have? And they're like, we only have cran apple. Like when they come back with like they come out with like the free drinks. They're like, we only have cran apple. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. I've never had cran apple before, like cranberry apple juice. I was like, I'll give it a good old college try. And oh my god, delectable. Actually the peak of flavor. Cranberry apple juice is actually the peak of flavor, and I am unsure if it's a thing that they sell in Canada, which is heartbreaking. The C2E2 trip is me going to America, experiencing a flavor profile like no other, and then having to go back to Canada, where we do not have such things. I'm still thinking about the Thai restaurant we went to. It was so good. It was like the most delicious Thai food in the world at like reasonable prices. You don't get that here. At least not where I live. We have Thai food here. It's just really expensive. But to be fair, they give you enough proportions that you could have like seconds and thirds. So maybe they're justified in that. But at the same time, I'm on a budget, man. I can't spend bajillion dollars on Thai food. I'm too busy spending a bajillion dollars going to C2E2, obviously. Can I fit that in there? I totally could, right? I have to make this work. I can make this work. I have to believe. Joe Andrew would want me to believe, I say. Wait. Yes! Yay. By the way, I've never specified what I've been working on. I've just kind of been talking about C2E2. I'm just doing like the digitizing part of Jace because I need to get these Jace patterns done. And I told myself I'd get them done once I got back from C2E2. So they are my priority right now, is getting them done, and then I will finish up quite a few commissions I've got. Jace. Jace. Jace, what are you doing here? Oh my god. This is the Jace vest. I have a picture of it. Jace vest looks like this. This is what the vest looks like. La la la. And then I also have the jacket. This is what the jacket looks like. I finished the size grading for the jacket the other day, and I gotta pull this up again. The back of this jacket nearly killed me. It's full of so many little, like, paneling details and stuff, and you have to, like, size grade that for every single size of the pattern you make, and I do extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, 1x, 2x, 3x, that's 8 sizes. And so size grading all of these little details for 8 sizes and still making the pattern, like, fit properly was so tedious. I genuinely felt like I was, like, going crazy at one point. But you know what? I survived, and it's done now. Thank God. It's done. Both of the pattern books are written. I just need to do essentially what I'm doing right now, which is, like, digitizing everything to be printable. And then I get to put the pattern books together and make the pattern book illustrations. And then new listing photos, and they're done. And then I'll be free. JB, I'll finally be free. But JB not. There we go. 2 more sizes of the vest to go. But yeah, I'm glad to be back home. I love going to conventions, but I am a homebody at heart. I always have been. And so it's very funny. Like, I'll finish a convention and I'll be like, oh, I miss the con so much. And then I, like, get to go to my own home and, like, hang out and play video games on my computer and, like, you know, not have to wake up at 6 in the morning to start putting on cosplay makeup. And I'm like, oh, peace and joy. There's peace once more in society. That's the one thing I wish about conventions. I wish conventions started at like 11 in the morning. And then just went later in the night instead of starting at like 8 a.m. Because C2E2 Saturday, we didn't even make it to the con until 12. And the con, I think, opened at like 9 or 10. Simply because I was like, I'm not waking up at like 7 in the morning to get into cosplay when I knew we were going to the after party, which ran until midnight. I was like, I am not going to be in cosplay for like 16 hours. That sounds like a beautiful challenge. It is not one I could handle. I would die. You would find me as like a corpse, like a husk of a Peyton on the ground. You're like, "Aw, what happened to Peyton?" They died. They died. Thank you for asking. I somehow survived C2E2. Ooh, I'd explode, right? I somehow managed C2E2 wearing, like, I think they're like 4 or 6 inch platform demonia boots all day. Let me see if I have a picture of me in these shoes. I definitely have a picture of me in these shoes. Because I have full body photos of me as Rhea that show them off pretty well. Those ones don't show them off. Do the Berlin photos? No. I need like a photo that shows the sides of my shoes. There we go. Here, let me zoom in. Look at the height these boots get. This, where my mouse is where my actual foot sits. Like, this is where the bottom of my foot sits. The rest of this is platform. This entire thing is just platform shoe. And like, it serves its purpose. It makes me look tall. It makes me look cool. But also I was in fact wearing platform shoes all weekend. Ooh, I messed up. That is too long. I'm going to shift everything. There we go. I can hear Peter talking to his dad about wrestling. Another professional wrestler came out as like an open Trump supporter today, which it really makes liking wrestlers hard when at any moment they could come out and say, no, I think the guy that actively wants you dead is like actually pretty cool and good at his job. Like, okay, that's my VTuber's smiling. I am not smiling. My VTuber, she is full of joy. I am not. I am full of anguish. Let me sit up. Okay. WrestleMania is this weekend in wrestling news. It is WrestleMania this weekend, the wrestling Super Bowl. It is two nights. For the people who don't know, WrestleMania is 2 nights. It is Saturday night and Sunday night, and each night is like 4 or 5 hours long. So there's WrestleMania night 1, there's WrestleMania night 2, and then there's also like events happening during the day both days. So if you wanted, you could hypothetically start watching WrestleMania at like 10 or 11 in the morning and not finish watching WrestleMania until like midnight that night. You could watch like 12 hours straight of live wrestling on WrestleMania weekend. That's how crazy they go with it, and I'm scared. I will not be watching all of that. Love and Light, I have other things to do with my Easter weekend. But I appreciate the tenacity of going that hard so that people who want to can just like live in the wrestling fantasy for the weekend. I, however, did go to the store today and buy a bunch of frozen hors d'oeuvres to put in the air fryer so that Peter and I can have like a whole bunch of snacks like we're hosting our own WrestleMania party, but nobody else is there. It is just the two of us. Peter's talking about wrestling and the Trump supporter wrestlers. That's so funny. We're talking about the same things, just in different rooms. That's what love does. Love snacks while watching something for a billion hours. I love an hors d'oeuvre. I love a little air-fried hors d'oeuvre. Like, we bought spanakoppitas. We bought, like, spinach and artichoke dip. We bought spring rolls. There's this place here called M&M Food Market, like M&M Food Market. It's specifically a store that only sells frozen food. And it's awesome. It sells frozen food of any kind. You can get desserts, you can get hors d'oeuvres, you can get frozen meals, you can get anything. Peter is preheating the oven so that we can have meat pies that we bought from there today. And we went there today, obviously, to get our like hors d'oeuvres and prepare, because tomorrow is Easter. And we've determined that we're not going to buy a dessert because none of these desserts were like really calling to us. And we're like, if we really want a dessert, like we can bake, like we have enough food. And then all of a sudden, like an angel sent from heaven above, we see on the shelf, tomorrow is Good Friday. Yeah. Right? It like snuck up out of nowhere. It's also really late for Easter, to be fair, but it feels like it snuck up out of nowhere. It's really scary. But like an angel sent from heaven above is cinnamon bun pull-apart bread. And we were like, oh, no, put it in the cart. Put it in the basket. We're taking it home. And I cannot wait. Oh, yes, I thought you meant like Canada has scary Easter Sunday on a Friday. No. Tomorrow is Good Friday. Stores just close here, which I think it's something that they don't do in America. Because Peter seemed very shocked when I told him we had to go to the grocery store today because the grocery stores are closed tomorrow. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's Good Friday. The stores are closed. The stores close on Good Friday. That's just how it works. They do for Easter Sunday, but it's not common for Good Friday. That's what I thought. Yeah, because things will be closed here for Easter Sunday. And then Monday, some things are closed, but other things aren't. It's very, very dependent. What was I saying? Easter! Who's ready to East? I get to watch Jesus Christ Superstar this weekend. Peter and I have like started an Easter tradition where we watch hit rock opera musical Jesus Christ Superstar because it's all about, you know, the Last Supper and Good Friday when he dies. So it's thematic. I'm excited to go home because my granny makes steak for Easter. Oh, that sounds so good. I think I'm having like a steak meat pie for dinner, and I'm so excited because I don't like often get a craving for steak, but there are very few times where I'm like, I just want steak so bad right now. And right now is one of them. Easter feels like a ham meal to me. I love like an Easter ham. I mess heavy with an Easter ham. I don't really have Easter dinner, to be fair. That's just life. Oh, Zen, she's lagging. She's lagging. Zen, come back to me. No. Zen. Oh, she's like... Wow. Girl, please. Oh, wow. Why is she doing that? That's so scary. She's like on her own journey right now. I can't control her. Why is she doing that? Girl, she's a mind of her own. She's like living her own life right now. I can't control her. Hi. Hello? Yeah, she's like struggling. Hello? I don't know why she's doing that. That's so funny. Hey girl, how are you? Now she's mad. Hello? Hi. There we go. Oh my god. Girl, breathe. Girl. So funny, she's frozen, but her hand moves with her mouth. I know, because that's not connected to any of like the mouth and face tracking. It's entirely connected to my mouse. And so as long as my mouse moves, that'll move. Like, I could... Like... She'll just do that. She'll do it on her own. You know what? Actually, you know what she needs? You know what would fix her? That's right. Amen. She didn't need that, but she needed it for me. She needed it for, like, my soul to, like, appease me, personally. Yay! Her stupid hat! The people believed and her stupid hat came. Alright, now time to move on to this evil jacket. The jacket needed to be remade because the old jacket pattern, compared to modern day, is not very good. Like, compared to my modern day skills, I mean. However, my god, redoing all of this put years on my life. Not put years on my life, took years off my life. Redoing this pattern actually took 10 years off of my life. I will die 10 years sooner than I thought I would have because of remaking this pattern. And so, people better enjoy it. People better enjoy it. Or else I'm dying an early death for no reason. Sorry. I knew I had to remake this pattern, but it has taken some mental strength. I don't make patterns that are this... have this many, like, layers over top of them, simply because they're very, very hard to draft for so many sizes. And I have to work smarter, not harder. There are certain patterns I don't take on anymore, simply because I know I don't have time to do them justice. This is one that I definitely would have to think very hard about doing today, but because it's a pattern I already have, hey, I finally got live. Whoa, Nebby on YouTube. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just working on Jace right now from Arcane. Yeah, this is a pattern that took years off my life, but it's so funny. The first time I drafted him, it was, like, very complicated, but I figured it out. The second time, I do things so differently now, and I do things so much better now, that I, like, wanted to make sure everything was perfect, and I think that's probably why it has been so painstaking for me, is because I want to make it perfect. I'm like, I want to make this perfect, and so I am going to, like, put in the time and put in the effort to make it so, but it's taken me so much longer than a normal pattern would, just because he has so many little details, and I want to make this upgrade worth all the time, because this pattern already exists in my catalog. I want to, like, prove to people, no, like, this pattern needed an upgrade, and here's how good the new upgrade will be. And so it's going to be worth it. And I'm going to be very happy with it. And I am very happy with it right now as it stands. It's just also taking forever. I'm hoping to get it up next week. Fingers crossed. Hoping to get it up next week. I hope I can spend some time on the pattern books tomorrow off stream. And then, like, listing photos and all that stuff. And then it'll be done by next week. And so anybody who has the pattern gets it as a free update. Just gets all of this as a free update. And then anybody who buys the pattern will get the new pattern instead of the old pattern. But I'll keep a link to the old pattern in with the new ones, just so people in the midst of working on the old pattern will still have access to it. But eventually someday, the old pattern will be put into beautiful retirement to never be seen again, frankly. Yeah, we're going to put it into beautiful retirement, and we're never going to see it again. Thank you. Chapel! Oh, thank God. Thank God Chapel's here. There we go. That's my next cosplay, by the way. I bought my first set of supplies for Giver Chapel. I am so excited for that chapel. She is going to be so fun. I want to get her done for YetiCon, which is in June, which is just a little under, yeah, just under 2 months away. But we will see if that happens, especially with that wig. That wig might be a problem. But I think if I get a little bit further ahead on my commissions, I should be able to probably draft her on a stream, which I think making a chapel costume on stream would be really, really fun. I really enjoyed making Rhea on stream. Both, like, I worked on patterning for Rhea a little bit on stream, not too much. I worked on a lot of painting for Rhea on stream, and I worked on the wig styling for Rhea on stream. And that was really, really fun, to a point where I was like, I think I want to do more crafting streams, because I just had, like, a lot of fun with them, and they helped me get through, like, parts of crafting that I would otherwise put off because they're kind of tedious and annoying. If I can do them on stream, it's, like, the same vibe as, like, co-working for me, where I have, like, people to body double, like, there's people watching stream with me. People watching stream and, like, hanging out and crafting at the same time, which I think helps my brain a lot, because I'm like, well, if they're doing stuff and they're getting things done, then you can get things done, Peyton. And so it worked, and I ended up getting the Rhea wig done, and, like, the Rhea jacket done, and those are my two favorite parts of the costume, funnily enough. The bodysuit, the part that I thought I would be the most proud of, I think is cute. Like, I don't have any problems with it. But I think the jacket and the wig really bring it together, honestly. Like, let me pull up a picture of Miss Girl. Let me pull up a picture of Miss Girl, please. Where is she? Like, tell me this isn't a serve.
I'm back.
Peter's back. Hey,
Well, I
buddy.
took that picture.
You took this picture. Like, this is a serve. I fear this is a serve. I don't know what you want me to say.
I'm a good photographer.
You're a good photo. You are one good photo. I was just talking about how I want to do more crafting streams.
Oh, yes.
Because I had a lot of fun with Rhea. And how, like, the wig and the jacket ended up being, like, my favorite parts of Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Which was funny, because they were the parts I was dreading. But they turned out...
Well, making chapel, making chapel, you'll have a lot of things to show.
Exactly! Because I have to paint all that leather.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to do some fun painting streams. Yay!
Sorry I was gone for so long. I was explaining to my dad how PayPal works.
I could hear that. And you were also talking about, you know, wrestling with your dad, which I was
was.
talking about wrestling a little bit while you were gone. What was I saying?
What were you talking about wrestling? What were you saying?
People coming out as Trump supporters. Brownie face.
He gets generational heel heat.
We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this.
No, we don't talk politics on Twitch.
We don't talk about that. Okay.
Okay. Character name.
Character name. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Wee wee. A wee wee, I guess.
A wee 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 wee.
A wee wee. A wee wee. Wee. So take that.
Great work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so we've got about 45 minutes or so till dinner's ready.
Party.
Oh.
I was saying something. I don't remember what it was.
Like words, I think, probably.
Words, probably. Yeah, my next con's YetiCon. If you don't know what YetiCon is, YetiCon. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your joy. Peter's never been to YetiCon. He's excited. YetiCon is at the Blue Mountain Resort in Collingwood, Ontario, which is a ski resort. It is like a beautiful, picturesque ski resort. And it's like they make up this beautiful little like village of hotels and shops and restaurants. It's like a lovely little picturesque village. And YetiCon is essentially a convention where people show up and they drink and they swim and they play in obstacle courses and they dress up in fun costumes and they do photo shoots on top of the mountain. It's awesome. It is awesome.
It's awesome.
I have not been to YetiCon since 2022 and I cannot wait to go back. Because it's just such a fun con, and the only problem about YetiCon is that it's so far away.
You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Exactly. Peter is being a sport and driving us like 5 hours to YetiCon.
I'm brave. I'm so brave.
Because, you know, it's a ski resort, so it's in the middle of nowhere. But it's going to be very fun. It is going to be fun. And we're going to have fun. And we're going to dress up as the Smiling Friends.
We're gonna dress up as the Smiling Friends, specifically from the Smiling Friends Go to Brazil episode.
Exactly. God, those Smiling Friends sure did go to Brazil.
We're doing Smiling Friends Go to Brazil.
Smiling Friends!
We're doing the Severance, but they're like on vacation. And like something else. I don't know.
And like something else. Maybe Chapel if I can finish her.
Yeah.
If I can swing and finish Chapel.
Oh.
Come on. There we go. Cut one white. Cut one lining. Come on. There we go. The smiling friends! Kimber knows. Kimber knows. Kimber is one of our smiling friends.
Who do we decide everybody was again?
I think I'm Charlie. I think we decided I was Charlie.
I figure, yeah. Was I Pim? Or was Kimber Pim?
I think Kimber is Pim. I think you were Alan.
Oh,
and I
yes.
think Sam is
Sammy's
Gleb. Which that's beautiful. That's beautiful to me. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she says. Kimber holding us accountable. Like, Kimber, which smiling friends are we?
Which smiling friends am I? Answer quickly.
Which Minecraft player are you? The builder, the fatter, the racist.
The builder, the fighter, Gleb.
Gleb.
God, I love smiling friends. Oh, I have a new smiling friend sticker to add to my collection.
Yes. Oh my god.
We haven't even talked about.
We haven't talked about
con
our
hall.
commissions. Oh, that's because we don't even have a con hall because you haven't unpacked our con hall yet. This is serious business. We gotta go to Brazil. Smiling friends go to Brazil, except it's us at YetiCon.
Don't say that, because then we're never getting out of the car.
Smiling friends go to Brazil, except it's all of us having an argument at YetiCon. We would never. Our friends don't argue.
Me telling everybody to shut up in the car.
When we start playing terrible music when you just want quiet time.
Me when I'm on my 5th hour of driving and I need to know where I'm going and I go, Peyton, when's my next exit? And Peyton goes, oh, it's right there. We passed it.
Oh, it's right there. We passed it actually. Yeah, and
it's right there on the right, and you're like in the left lane. You gotta merge over 4 lanes of traffic, and I go, no, I'm not doing that.
I do that sometimes. I don't mean to, but I do it, and you can't really blame me because
Peyton doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah, I don't know how to drive. So, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I don't know how to drive. I barely know how to give directions.
Fake ass driving fan.
What? Ever. I never claimed to be good at driving.
Oh yeah, baby, we're getting somewhere.
Let me see. Peter's drawing. I want to see his art.
I have to move the line art.
Shit.
I'm drawing Charmed I'm Sure, so I could have a Charmed I'm Sure design to match Zen's, so we can get, when I'm on stream, we can get a little PNG charm in there.
Charmed I'm Sure was the D&D character Peter played in the same D&D campaign that Zenirith was in, the one that never got finished. To be fair, that was partially my fault.
Listen, it happens to the best of us.
Listen, sometimes it is COVID, and you are severely mentally ill. And also, you are 19. You are 19 and life is so hard.
Only 19, but my
Mind is older.
New York City streets getting colder. I'll show them every burden, every disadvantage I have.
Okay. Alright. This is not the Hamilton sing-along.
The fan is sparked into a flame. But damn, it's getting rough, so let me spell out my name. Peyton hates it anytime I have fun. Anytime I have fun on stream, Peyton's like, oh.
It's not true.
He's like, ew, what the hell? Stop that.
He's lying to you. Do not listen to him. I love Peter, and Peter loves me. Anybody who says otherwise is a liar and a fraud.
That's true.
See? He said so.
Yeah.
See? He said so. He can't say otherwise.
Yeah.
Love.
Sure, yeah.
Love.
Yeah, okay.
What? I am nothing but nice to you. There we go. Gray. Okay. Saving. And then also saving. This is literally so serious right now. You do not understand how serious this is. I am locked in.
It's never been more serious.
We've never been more back. But we've also never been more over. There we go. Please. Thank you. If making patterns is serious business, I've never had fun once in my life.
Oops. I donked it up. Let's try that one more time.
Don't donk it. Don't donk it. You have to believe. Joe would want you to.
I'm always believing.
Are you gonna be... Are you over your Joe Hendry reply guy days now that you've met him, Peter, or is it gonna get worse?
I think it's gonna get worse, actually.
Okay.
That's oomph. We don't follow each other.
That's oomph. He commented on my Instagram reel.
He commented on your Instagram reel, which is funnier.
Which is funny, because if we all remember very distinctly, I was not in the Joe Hendry cosplay group. I just made an Instagram reel about it because, you know, I'm the social media guy. That's what I do.
Hey, I eventually made one. The problem is I got no reach.
Problem is the internet hates you.
Some of my Joe videos got reach, but not that one.
The children yearn for Joe Cella.
And absolutely not the one on Instagram, because then I cannot stress enough, I've never posted an Instagram reel before, so.
Instagram Reels is a scary place, like YouTube Shorts, and also like TikTok. Anywhere where you can post short form videos, this is the scariest place on the internet.
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts is full of children, Instagram Reels is full of bigots, and TikTok is full of the stupidest people you will ever meet. That is what you get in the comments section.
That's true, I'm on TikTok.
And I'm on all three, so what does that say about me? I'm a stupid idiot bigot child.
You're a couple of those.
Pardon me? Which ones? He's not gonna answer.
No, I'm not.
He's not gonna answer. He's gonna let me stew with that all night. And then, like, 2 minutes before I fall asleep, he's gonna be like, "Hey, do you remember when I said that earlier? Wasn't that fucked up?"
God forbid I do a bit. Never allowed to do bits.
You're always trying to put me on blast on stream, like I'm, you know,
It's funny.
like I'm getting canceled.
It's funny. Listen. I wouldn't make fun of you on stream if I didn't love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that what this is? This is love?
Yeah. Yeah.
Meow. You're so funny. You're so funny. I almost just said something. I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
No, you're not. Calm down.
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
I do. Calm down.
What?
Breathe.
What? Oh, Lady Gagita.
Oh. Which song is it?
It's Abracadabra.
Slay.
Turns it up 2 clicks on the volume meter for you, so that you can very quietly hear it. Not too loud, though. We don't want the stream
not
to hear
too loud.
double
We're gonna
music.
peek the mic. We're gonna peek the mic, and that's my job.
That's my line.
Somewhere your mom is quaking.
My mom very famously hated the Cynthia Erivo Target commercial because she was so sick of hearing Cynthia Erivo going, "That's my line." To the point that it took my mother months to watch Wicked, and then when she finally did, she gave up.
Yeah. She said it was really good. If I have to hear that riff one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
And, like, I gotta be honest with you. She's kind of fair for that.
She's got a point. She's got a point. I wonder which part of Wicked for Good they're gonna, like, do that with.
What, like their version of the
Yeah.
riff for Wicked
The
Forget?
bridges you've crossed that you didn't know you crossed until you crossed them. That's not even close to how the line goes.
He's just making up new words. $7:00.
Whoa.
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 My father said
It's 7:00.
that's my line. Whoa.
Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome.
Really good one.
Cody Rhodes has seen Wicked.
Cody Rhodes absolutely has seen Wicked. He is a small child.
You think Cody Rhodes ships Gelfie?
No.
Do you think Cody Rhodes ships Feyerabach?
I gotta think about that one.
Okay, yeah, think on that one. Think on that.
Think on that. Keep thinking. Do you think Cody Rhodes knows there's yaoi of him on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. That's actually the important question to me. I don't care what yaoi he ships. I care if he knows that there's yaoi about him. My favorite thing about the wrestling fandom on the internet is the people who draw like just gay fan art of the wrestlers like kissing.
I'm really shocked that Roman Reigns is a Trump supporter because, I mean, according to all the art I've seen on Tumblr, he's gay.
All right. You're not wrong. It is Roman. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did you not say names?
No, I wasn't gonna get into it. It is Roman Reigns. Yes. Yeah. Right? Right? I hope, personally, I hope he gets beat to a crisp this WrestleMania. Yeah, for some reason, like, everybody in the WWE right now who's, like, everybody in the WWE, like, 2 or 3 people have just, like, come out, like, as open Trump supporters, like
in interviews that lead up
to WrestleMania.
Listen, I know for certain Joe Hendry didn't vote for Trump because he's Scottish.
It's so Joe Hendry open.
So I don't even have to think about that one. We don't need to talk about that.
And if there's anybody out there who's upset that I'm talking anti-Trump rhetoric, I want you to look at this lesbian tiefling VTuber that I'm using, and I want you to think. I want you to think really hard about what stream you're watching.
Sorry, can I talk about something brief?
Yeah.
I'll never forget about this one time. So obviously, like, Joe Hendry was at the Royal Rumble, and there are a lot of wrestlers at the Royal Rumble. And a wrestler who was very famously in the Royal Rumble this year, I'm putting wrestler in like quotation marks, is Logan Paul, because he shows up for like 3 shows a year, and the Royal Rumble is one of them. And Logan Paul, I guess, did like a vlog after. I don't keep up with what he does, where he like, it was like videos of him like meeting a bunch of the wrestlers backstage, and one of them was Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry got the clip of that and posted it on his Twitter, as you do when, you know,
you're a wrestler who's on social media.
Who's on social media. You post clips of yourself on your social media. And I cannot remember what the original caption was, but it was something like that was like positive about Logan Paul specifically. And every single reply was, Joe, I love you so much. I know you need to post this. Don't post this.
Wasn't it like, do you believe in Logan Paul? And
everybody
in the replies was like, no, I don't. No, I don't actually. No, I don't actually. Joe, delete this.
And he edited the caption to be like a different caption. Obviously, the post is still up. I would not expect him to delete it, but I think it's really funny that he changed the caption. He was like, whoa.
Whoa, mama.
The funniest thing about wrestlers is there are wrestlers who are chronically online, and then there are wrestlers who post a lot on social media. Joe Hendry is a wrestler who posts a lot on social media, but he is not chronically online. as much as the haters will call him that. Not to be confused with Drew McIntyre, who is chronically online, and we love him for it.
Sometimes the wrestlers will get involved in meme culture, and it's scary every time.
I'm
like, how do you know this?
Drew McIntyre famously, during his WrestleMania match, last year, in the middle of the match, stopped, stepped to the side, pulled out his phone while Seth Rollins is dying in the middle of the ring,
and
tweeted, "Bored at work, LOL."
Which
I
one of the
love
funniest
Drew McIntyre.
One of the funniest things a wrestler has ever done.
He's also posted some wonderful videos of him and his cats on TikTok, including one where he gets back from going to a cat cafe, and his cat, he does like a bit where it's like his cat is like, "Welcome home, cheater."
It's beautiful.
And then of course there's Zaruka. They posted another video, by the way.
Thank God.
And it's Sol Ruka in Zarya's makeup. And it's the TikTok audio that's like, "Brian, I want my graham cracker." "Oh, playing a little dress up?"
That's beautiful. Oh.
I love wrestlers who aren't afraid to get a little gay with it. A little.
A little.
A little. You could tell me that Zarya and Sol Ruka were girlfriends in real life, and I would believe you. I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's these two wrestlers, Zarya and Sol Ruka. They're in a tag team together, and their current like, I don't want to call it a bit, but it is a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Their current bit is that they're just dating, like in kayfabe. They're just like girlfriends. And they keep making like these silly little couple videos, and they're awesome. They're awesome. I don't know what you want me to say. It's queerbaiting. It's queerbaiting. I'm having fun.
It's queerbaiting. I don't care. I'm baited. I'm taking the bait. If the queerbaiting is fun, I don't care. I don't care if Pretty Deadly are both straight men who are married. I think they're really fun when they walk out in their little outfits and they go, "Yes, boy!" And they're pretty. And I like them. Pretty Deadly is another tag team who's, like, a little gay with it. When they come out into the ring, a disco ball descends. And they have the best theme song. Oh, Pretty Deadly.
Sometimes wrestling is a little gay, and that's beautiful. Baby, no money. What are you doing here? Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style.
No. No, how did I...
No, how did you...
Oh, there's it's clipping mask. I'm like, what the fuck did I do here? Sorry, I'm drawing.
Peter's dooring.
Oh, shit. I forgot to erase something.
Jail time. Okay. I have 2 more of these to do. Yippee! I just need to group them together. They're being annoying. They're being annoying and finicky. And making me mad. And you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. In it,
yeah.
in it.
Thank you. I don't know why you got British with
Sometimes you gotta get a little British with it.
Sometimes you gotta get a little British with it. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta get a little British with it. Oh, I accidentally closed that. Oops. I guess I'm closing all of these. There we go.
Oh, no, right, you gotta be up here.
You gotta be right next to me for it to work.
Right next to me.
I feel like rusty at streaming again, which is really funny because I don't think I've shut up the entire time I've streamed.
Nah.
But
I like yapping and stuff.
if I don't stream twice a week, I feel like I lose my touch. I don't know what the touch is, to be quite frank.
Oh, you know, like touching.
Me with my hand directly caressing the face of you, the viewer.
You, the viewer.
You, the viewer. I need a toggle for Zanira that's just like
That's like pointing.
yeah, just pointing directly at the viewer.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. You, the viewer.
Hide this
It's you, Charlie.
It's you, Charlie.
Okay. Oh, another one.
Another one, thank you. My father said.
Oh, there's no one for 1x. That's what I'm missing.
Learned through a video that's like about like his pre-WWE or like his WWE career and like how badly he was treated in WWE, which makes it even more wild that that's his WWE theme song.
Yeah. That's about Cody Rhodes, by the way. His theme song is all about like he got treated really bad in WWE and now he's doing better. And like
it's a really good theme song.
It's a great theme song. It's just very funny because, you know, he's in WWE now.
The Fed's strongest soldier.
He's back in the WWE again and they hopefully treat him better now.
If they don't, then they're stupid.
That's true.
If they don't, they're stupid. Cody Rhodes makes some big money.
Ooh, I love your design. Thank you. Thank you. Designed by me. Model is drawn and rigged by Bunchata.
Bunchata, my beloved.
Thank you, Bunchata. And the hat's a little toggle. She's not usually wearing this, but this is my joy. This is one of life's little joys and whimsies, is giving your VTuber a cowboy hat.
If I could draw a cowboy hat, I'd draw one on this charm.
Drawing a cowboy hat is hard. Drawing a cowboy hat is hard. The fact that Bunchata rigged an entire cowboy hat on a VTuber is crazy. Because, like, it's got angles.
It does.
Like, it's got angles, it's got thoughts, it's got onions.
You've got thoughts?
No, never.
Yeah.
I've never thought once in my life.
You think?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think. No, I don't think. Apparently I'm 1 year away from my frontal lobe developing.
You have a frontal lobe? Not for long, and then it's like the FNAF jump scare noise.
My bite of 87!
Get bite of 87, idiot.
My bite of 87! I need a toggle for Zen that's just like Mangle just hanging off of the side of her head, just gnawing on her. What are you working on? I am working on patterns for Jace from Arcane. They're patterns that I already have. I already have patterns for Jace's vest and Jace's jacket, but they are 3 years old and they are so old and like decrepit that I wanted to remake them. So I'm remaking them completely from scratch right now. Right now I'm in like the fun digitizing everything process. Fun, I say. It's tedious work. It is tedious work, but somebody has to do it, and I'm the only one who makes my patterns, so it's me.
You are? No way.
According to people on the internet, they think I just use AI, so I could sit here, I could stream 40 hours a week doing exactly this, and people would still comment on my videos and be like, you use AI. And I know that because I do. I do. I stream like 6 hours a week doing exactly this, and people still comment, you're using AI. And I'm like, no, I'm not actually.
And I'm like, no, man.
I'm like, no.
Howdy, and welcome to the adventuring party.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'd say welcome to the adventuring party, but we don't call it that anymore. That's just still what my redeems say.
I think it's still cute.
I think the adventuring party is cute. I might keep it, especially with
the Zen lore.
The upcoming Zen lore.
Are you just gonna have a lore stream?
A lore stream where it's just a PowerPoint?
No, literally.
Thank you. Love your vibe. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for sticking around. The Zen lore that will come someday when I like do something about it. I make like a PowerPoint.
We gotta figure out how Charm fits into there.
That's true. How's he there? Little sneak peek. The Zen lore, essentially, Zenirith right now, my beautiful VTuber, my beautiful pink thing, because purple and pink and blue thing, because I don't look like this, and she's not supposed to be me. She's literally supposed to be my mascot. She originally was a D&D character of mine. So her lore essentially boils down to what happens if you never finish your D&D campaign? Like, what happens to your characters? Mine decided to haunt me. So Zenirith now just haunts me. And demands things from me and is like a diva in my house. That's her lore. Essentially boiled down to its bare aspects. There's more detail to it, but shh. You have to wait. You have to wait. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. There we go. Meep, meep. Come on. My favorite part of making patterns, Tetris.
Tetris.
I love pattern Tetris. It doesn't make me mad at all. I don't find it tedious and annoying at all. Why would you say such a thing?
Surely not.
My name's not Shirley.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't
call me Shirley. Oh, no. No. Get back.
Get back.
Get back.
Back, demon.
Back, demon. Back. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make the Zenirith lore palpable for people. Because a lot of the big fancy named VTubers will do like animated lore videos. And like, love those. Think they're great. I can't be dropping 5K on a custom animation.
Stick figure doodles.
Stick figure doodles.
I'll do it for $20.
There you go. Like your Jaws video.
Exactly like my Jaws video.
I have to do that before you start working again.
Exactly.
Then you'll have no time.
I'll be in the mines. That's where I work, in the mines.
Yeah, Peter works in the mines like Minecraft.
I do. Like Steve.
Like Steve. Just like Steve. Tetris.
I play Tetris all the time.
Yes, you do.
But people don't know that. Now they do.
Now they do. That's your Peter lore of the day. There will be a quiz. There will be a quiz on how much you know about my partner, Peter.
Peter word of the day.
Anguish.
Agony.
I never sent you those photos so you could make Josh Futterman word of the day. With your shoe falling apart.
Oh my god.
Peter was wearing shoes at C2E2 that genuinely were like falling apart at the seams. And then he kept being like, my feet hurt. And it's like, yeah, I wonder why, buddy.
Listen, my feet hurting really doesn't have anything to do with the fact that the shoe's falling apart.
I think it has everything to do with the fact that the shoes were falling apart, actually.
Well, if you think about it, just threw away.
Well, if you think about it, whoosh.
Well, if you think about it,
The noise suppression does not pick that up.
Ooey.
Peter was trying to make running noises, like a little cartoon guy.
And it's like clopping noises like I'm a horse. Peter lore of the day. I am a horse.
Not like an anthropomorphized like furry horse. Like
no,
there's
like My Little Ponies.
not even like that, like a hyper realistic horse with a mullet.
All horses kind of have mullets.
That is true. All horses have mullets, and some of them have
For a moment there, they were
bangs.
opening up a window to pull up a picture of a horse.
Hey guys, you've seen these, right? You guys know what these are, right? You've seen one of these, right, guys? Like you promised. I'm not crazy, right?
I don't know what that thing is, man.
Can you
What is
imagine?
that?
Can you imagine? I googled horse and then nothing showed up, and I've just been making them up this entire time.
Goodbye, horses.
Wait, have you guys heard of hobby horsing?
Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into
hobby horsing, please.
Can I talk about hobby horsing? Please, can I talk about
Please
hobby
talk about
okay,
hobby
okay.
horsing.
I think we need to turn the mic thing down a little.
Can we please talk about hobby horsing? Can anyone hear me? I want to talk about horses. I think I just turned my mic. I don't know if I turn my mic up or down.
Oh, okay. We still got like 11 minutes on our Popeyes. Oh, careful.
Woo! 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 That was down.
I also actually no. I should let everybody know about my mug too.
Okay, let the people know.
So famously, I'm not a lesbian.
Despite what people may think.
Despite what people assume when they look at me, I'm just like a trans dude. God forbid.
God forbid a trans man have like a rack.
Like I take it as a compliment. I love lesbians. But the mug that I drink out of 99% of the time when I drink my coffee is a Target Pride lesbian mug that says
Something was
slender Aphrodite has overcome me with longing for a girl.
Yeah. Which is a Sappho quote.
Which is a Sappho quote.
It's a really nice mug.
Yeah, I love it. It's like the perfect size for like drinking my coffee.
It's like got a nice design on it. It's a very good shaped mug.
Mm-hmm.
But the humor is not lost of Peter of all people who like, you know,
everybody thinks I'm a lesbian and they look at my mug.
Why does everybody think I'm a lesbian? I don't know, Peter, maybe it's your mug?
No.
No, surely it's not my lesbian mug. Surely not.
My name's not, and don't call me Shirley.
Anyways, you guys ever heard of hobby horse?
You guys ever heard of hobby horse? I love hobby horsing.
I genuinely, people make fun of hobby horsers. I kind of love it.
I vibe with
like, I vibe with this. I'm sorry.
My favorite thing
this is awesome.
My favorite thing is people like my favorite thing is people saying like, oh well, like this takes no because there was someone who like made a TikTok who's like a hobby horse competitor.
Hobby horsers.
And I'm assuming like the professional hobby horsing sphere.
Made a video of hobby horsing.
Made a video of like after the hobby horsing competition, she was like exhausted and like on the verge of passing out, right? And people were like, well, I just looked up hobby horsing. It just looks like you're
running
like,
and jumping.
Running and jumping. And it's like, yeah, man. Running and jumping is also an Olympic sport. I need to stress this.
Like, yes, they run and jump in the Olympics, too.
Yes, running and jumping is the baseline for most sports.
Running and jumping is very famously, like, the baseline of exercise.
Yeah.
Like, hobby horsing takes no skill.
You're just running and jumping. I'm gonna start saying that to, like...
football players.
Yeah.
Football takes no skill. You're literally just running and jumping.
Football takes no skill. You just stand there.
No, that's soccer. That's playing the goalie in soccer. I would know. I played soccer as a kid, and I loved playing the goalie because our team was so good that the other team would never be able to get the ball close to our goal. So I would sit in the middle of the goal, and pick flowers.
I loved being the goalie when we would play soccer because it was the only time that I could touch the ball with my hands.
That made me feel so special. I also loved diving. I loved, like, diving for the ball. Not, like, diving into a pool. I loved diving for the ball as the goalie and, like, being dramatic about it. Because for a moment there, everybody's attention is on you, and then if you save the ball, you're the coolest kid at soccer.
Exactly.
And they'll give you an extra freezie at the end of soccer.
You got freezes? You guys got freezes at the end of soccer?
We had, like, a potluck style thing where one family every week was in charge of bringing post-soccer snacks. So it would depend on the week. Some weeks it would be fruit roll-ups. Sometimes it'd be freezies if, like, a parent had, like, a cooler. But then by the time we'd eat soccer, because we were at soccer for, like, 2 hours, they'd be melted. So it'd just be freezy juice.
Oh, I'd fuck up some freezy juice, man.
Man, we gotta buy freezies again.
We do.
We bought freezies, like, 2 summers ago. And when we didn't have air conditioning at our terrible apartment. And it made me realize they are not just for children. They are for grown adults, too.
They're not just for children, they're for me.
They're for me. They're for me, Peter. I'm not Peter. I'm Peyton.
I'm Peter.
Oh my god, wait. Speaking of names, I have a new Twitch username. I don't know if you guys noticed, the people on Twitch.
Whoa.
I'm not Cospayton Live anymore. I'm just Cospayton now. They gave me my name back. Because I had an old Twitch account that was named Cospayton, and then when I turned this one into my main Twitch, the other one was still named Cospayton. But when you change your username on Twitch, they hold it for 6 months before they let somebody else take it. So I've had to wait 6 months to get Cospayton back, but finally it is back in my possession, and they can't take it away from me because that is my name.
Well, like they could take it away from you.
They can take it away from me, but why would they do that? I'm so nice and sweet and cute.
It'd be funny if they did, though. Give it to me.
You are so mean.
I am. That's why I'm here.
You're mean.
I'm like the
I
Statler
am.
and Waldorf to your Fozzie.
You're like the Fozzie to my Statler and Waldorf. Where you're always making jokes, and I'm like, oh, get this guy out of here.
I'm always making jokes, and Peyton's like, you can't say that.
You cannot be saying that.
Sorry, I let everyone in the chat know that Roman Reigns is the Trump supporter.
Sorry to all the Roman Reigns fans in chat whose lives just got ruined. Like mine. Listen, I was excited to see him at WrestleMania. Now I'm not, because I'm like, ugh. He supports a man who wants me dead. And also wants many other people dead and is like actively trying to do it, but on a basic level, when people are like, why don't you support Trump? I'm like, well, he wants me dead, so that's like a pretty good baseline reason. If your president wanted you dead, you'd kind of be mad too. He's not even my president. I'm Canadian.
I don't like the things that he does or says.
Exactly. I don't like him.
I also think he has a stupid haircut. That one's personal. I hate his haircut.
Anyways, back to talking about things that are nice.
Oh, I fucked up.
Jace!
Jace Derulo.
Jace Derulo.
Jace.
Jace.
We can't be Jace.
But I think I'd just be Jace. I kept seeing Arcane cosplayers this weekend, and there was a huge Arcane meetup at C2E2. And I wanted to, in like a beautiful world, I would be able to walk into that meetup and stare at certain cosplayers and go, you used my pattern, you used my pattern, you used my pattern, you used my pattern. But I did not do that. But I can tell.
If you ever think that we can't tell, we can tell.
There are certain seam lines in my patterns that I can recognize from a mile away. And certain construction techniques that I'm like, oh, that's from mine. Ha 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 ha. Hee hee hee. Tee hee hee. And it brings me joy when I notice these things. Unless you are entering a cosplay contest and saying that you patterned it yourself. Then it does not bring me joy. I notice my seam lines and I frown.
Then I go, hey. And that's when Peter gets you.
That is true. That is when Peter gets you. He will come to your house.
That's when I get you.
Okay.
Sometimes I want to like get a little creature with it. God forbid.
God forbid a guy gets a little creech with it. God forbid the creature be creeching.
God forbid Peter have fun.
What does the creature do? He creeches. I break. My beautiful Twitch warriors, stay brave. Stay brave.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Okay, I think I've finally gotten all of my shit together to color this. I think.
God bless. Be brave.
Now I gotta figure out what the colors are gonna be. Oh.
A teal could look cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're teal.
I am. You're teal. Since when? Who says?
Who says you're not teal?
Who says you're not teal? Who says you're the only one that's teal? Trust me, that's the price of tea green. Thank you. That's the beautiful thing about Peter and I, is that one of us will start a bit and the other one will just continue it. And then we just create something beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, not the 30-minute reminder about Sonic. Oh, is that your phone?
No, we still got like a minute and a half.
Oh no, that's 7:30. That's the reminder of feeding the cat.
Oh, yes.
That's what Miss Lexa was saying. Miss Lexa is our Amazon Alexa, but we have to call her Miss Lexa.
Or she will go off.
Yeah, or she will go off. She's on a different floor, so she can't hear me right now, luckily. But she goes off every day at 7:30 and tells us to feed the cat. He hungers.
It's okay. Eric thinks that it's dinner time every moment of the day.
Exactly. He always thinks it's dinner time. But with dinner being ready, I think we have to call it. Unfortunately.
Can we redeem one haunting though?
Can we redeem one haunting? Absolutely we can for you, Peter. What is it? It's fear. I love fear.
Let's do one more.
One more. It's Mickey Mouse. It's Mickey. Let me get a little yippee in there.
Can we get me and my Johnny Bravo hair?
I can't redeem them. Let me try the typing. I changed it so that you should be able to redeem them at all times. That's so weird, Kimber. It hates you. Mickey Mouse! Yay!
Oh, there's my dinner.
Oh, there's your dinner alarm. Uh-oh.
All right.
Typing works.
Well, I'm abandoning everyone so that I can go take the Popeyes out of the oven.
Peter's going to go take the Popeyes out of the oven. And in the meantime, I will say my beautiful goodbyes to the people.
Goodbye,
Here.
everybody. I love you.
Here, let me.
I love you. Remember to believe in Joe Hendry for me.
not the little Peter in the corner. There we go. What a day. What a stream. What a stream. This chat still doesn't work either. That's really funny. It's still showing the test messages. That's so funny. Let me go back to the other scene. I will have to fix that afterwards. What a stream. What a beautiful world. No. Where's the toggle? There it is. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be home. I will be streaming again Monday at 3, as always. Mondays and Thursdays. Happy WrestleMania weekend. Happy Easter. If you're going home to see your families, please travel safe. If you're not going home to see your families, peace. Peace and joy and whimsy, and I hope you get many Easter eggs full of much candy and much whimsy and joy. Okay? Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Bye, everyone.